Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
They're going to pay for the wall, and they're going to enjoy it.
He promised us. We trusted him to get it done.
I will build a great, great wall.
But he didn't get it done. He failed. He lied to us. More illegal immigrants were deported under Barack Obama. Now, he says we should trust him again. Donald Trump, he had his chance. He failed.
I have no idea what a former guy's viewing habits are of a morning. It probably isn't seeing Melania Trump, that's for sure. But anyway, I distract. Cheap comment. More importantly, George Conway made a very accurate comment. He's described it is desperation, the stench of desperation which is coming from various news channels who cover former guy. Basically anything the former guy says just reeks of, he's gone so far from his own policy. It's like, how much mud can we throw? Let's hope that somebody somewhere that turns up to one of my rallies, jump in, pay some attention. George Conway this morning on Morning Joe has likened and compared the current situation with a former guy to the last days of Hitler. Is that accurate? Comment section's all yours.
A roll. George Conway, not on a roll. Donald Trump, who is exploding. And there's been some terrific reporting over the weekend. The New York Times had a great story. I've been talking to sources who back up what Joe is just saying about how the Republicans are freaking out because Trump can't stay focused. We had that unhinged news conference last week. We had these fundraisers where he's giving private remarks, talking about crowd size, doubling down on his attacks about the vice president's identity, and then culminating in that Truth Social post, which I have Truth Social, I'm sorry to say, and I triple checked it to make sure it was a real post on his site, and it was real. And George, we now know that at this point, Donald Trump is so rattled about crowd sizes, he's taking up conspiracy theories from the fever swamps of the right, elevating it, maybe even believing it. It just reeks of desperation.
Yeah, as I've been yammering about for 5 or 6 years now, he's a deeply unwell man. He is a deeply psychologically disturbed individual. If he were a member of your family, you'd be staging an intervention and taking him in to a psychiatric hospital. And if Melania and Ivanka and Eric and Don Jr. care about their father, and I assume their father and husband, I assume they do, they would be doing that if they could. He is, as I've been saying, a narcissistic sociopath, a pathological narcissist and a sociopath as defined by the American Psychiatric Association. And these are, historians will tell you, the traits of authoritarian dictators throughout history. And what we're seeing now is, as you put it, an implosion. And this, I believe, is what ultimately was always going to happen, the final implosion of Donald Trump. I mean, it's like Hitler, when Hitler was moving around divisions that didn't exist in the last 10 days of the war in the Führer bunker. I mean, he has completely lost it. This post is beyond question delusional. Anybody, I mean, but it was also inevitable, because what's happening here is he realizes he's gotten under more pressure than ever, because he's not just running for the presidency, he's running for his freedom. He's going to go to jail if he does not win the presidency, and he can see that now. And that's why he's doubling down on the unreality. It's partly for self-soothing, partly it's just because he can't help it. He's a pathological liar, being a sociopath. And what we're watching is I mean, we're going to make fun of it because it helps provoke him into self-destruction, which is what the country needs. But it's actually very, very sad.
Well,
Donald Trump finding a new ally this election, billionaire Elon Musk. The two men are set to appear on the platform formerly known as Twitter, now X, later tonight for what Musk is promising will be a, quote, unscripted and no limits conversation. Trump is now getting used to the fact that Musk endorsed him shortly after the assassination attempt, even though he's been critical of SpaceX and the Tesla CEO in the past.
and I'm for electric cars. I have to be, because Elon endorsed me very strongly, Elon. So I have no choice.
Musk's rise as a Trump backer comes as X has turned into a haven for the spread of misinformation. Since buying the site almost 2 years ago, Musk's site has struggled to control it on topics ranging from the election to the assassination attempt against Trump. Sometimes the bad information has been boosted by Musk himself, who posted a conspiracy regarding the attack on Paul Pelosi in October of 2022 before deleting it.
but he has to turn them into important gifts. He has to hammer away, does he not? I mean, that's what he... Don't wander off. Don't call her stupid and all kinds of names. Stay on message.
The winning formula for President Trump is very plain to see. It's fewer insults, more insights, and that policy contrast. He's got that hunger, swagger, underdog, underestimated of 2016 back, Larry, and you...
He's so far off his game. It feels so yesterday. And I think his pick of J.D. Vance was a disaster for him. And I think for Kamala, I think the key's going to be ride the momentum until the convention.
And how long have you guys known that Vice President Harris does not think President Biden is doing a good job at the border?
Wait, say that one more time?
Well, she's now promising to hire thousands more border agents than there are now under President Biden.
Wait, but start your question again.
How long have you guys known that Vice President Harris does not think that President Biden is effective with his border policy?
I mean, that you're making a huge jump. Why she did not say this. This is something that you are assuming. I don't understand why you would assume that. It's not true.
She has a campaign ad where she is saying they need more Border Patrol agents. If President Biden's doing such a good job, why do they need any more border agents?
We both believe that. The president does want more Border Patrol agents. You know who's getting in the way? You know who's getting in the way? Republicans in Congress. They're getting in the way. You know who else is getting in the way? The former president, Donald Trump. He's getting in the way. I mean, there's no daylight here. I'm not understanding the question because there's no daylight. The president believes that as well, and he's worked towards doing that. There's a bipartisan, I know you guys probably get sick of me saying this, but there was a bipartisan agreement that was on the table that the president worked through for a couple of months with Republicans in the Senate and Democrats. They were told not to move forward because it would help Joe Biden by the former president. That's their decision.
And there's
Dear those who munch on this channel. Yes, that's you, and you over there. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to get yourself to invite more people along to the 24/7 Eyes channel. Please get them to subscribe any day between Monday to Sunday before 10 p.m. November 5th. For daily roasts with a political option and extra room for those wanting Dems on board. There will be gossip, banter, and funny bits to be shared every day as the British outsider Tony delivers non-stop what he's found round from America's political bag. This message will self-destruct and end in 3, 2, 1.